All right, so this is going to be a quick intro video on how to create a phase portrait and a solution curve using WinPlot. So I have an example up here on the screen. We're going to use WinPlot to create a phase portrait and solution curve for the system x prime equals 2x plus 4y and y prime is negative 4x minus 2y. So first you have to click the link in your project to go to the page to download the WinPlot software. I already have it on my machine. It's this little icon here. So I'm going to click that open. And you just get this tiny box that pops up. You're going to go to Window and choose 2 dimensions. We just want to look at an XY plane. So we want 2 dimensions. All right, so then we have some differential equations we want to plot. So you go to Equations, choose Differential. We want dx dt. dy dx means a single differential equation. Dx dt gives a dx dt and a dy dt. So you choose that guy. And then for x prime, you just put in the equation 2x plus 4y. Y prime, we put in negative 4x minus 2y. For the field, it's going to create a direction field for us. And I like to choose vectors so that I can see the direction and not just the slopes. It gives you the arrows on the slopes. All right, so that should be good. You just click OK, and we get a direction field. And now we have a pretty good idea what the phase portrait is going to look like just from the direction field. But if you want to create a phase portrait, that just entails drawing several example solution curves. So the way we do that is you go to 1. This menu is strange, but you choose 1. And then choose initial value problems, and we want the dx dt trajectory. All right, so I'm going to have that open over here. And at the same time, I'm going to create a solution curve for an initial value. So I'm going to do that by going to Miscellaneous, Differential Equation Miscellany, and choose the x, y of t window. So it's going to graph x of t and y of t on the same axes. You can graph them separately if you want. I'm just going to do them together for this example. Okay, so there's my solution curve window. All right, so now I have everything set up to create the phase portrait and the solution curve at the same time. All I have to do is in my direction field, click any point to be my initial condition. So if my initial condition I want to be 1, 0, I just click on the point 1, 0. It sketches the solution in the phase plane, and it sketches x of t, the one that starts at 1, right? And y of t, which starts at 0. Okay, so you get both the phase portrait and the solution curves at the same time. And then I'm going to close the solution curves. You could save it if you wanted to use it for something. To continue making the phase portrait, you just keep clicking some initial values to get some example solution curves. So that would be a pretty good phase portrait. So if this is what you wanted to use in your project, I would save it in case you realize you make a mistake later. So you just go File, Save, put it somewhere. Example, WinPlot. Okay, so you save it. That way, if you realize you need to change something later, you can easily open it and change it. If you want to have this saved as an image, you can go to File, and you can export graphics as some different file types, or you can copy to clipboard. So that's what I typically do. I just copy it to the clipboard, and then in Word or whatever program I'm working in, you can just paste it in. Paste, and there's your image. So we could also paste in our solution curve. I'll pull this back up, go back to 1, initial value problems. I want this is miscellaneous, differential equation, miscellaneous, xyt, and I've plotted all of my curves. If I only wanted the first 2, I would have had to copy it sooner, but you can File, copy to clipboard, and you could paste that in your solution also.